Hello and welcome to this session on communication. In the last session we talked about marketing and really drilled into developing a value proposition and message that we encompassed into a message map that has the key pieces of information that you want to communicate to potential buyers to hopefully make them customers. Communication is all about how you take those pieces of information in your message map and deliver them in a unique, creative, interesting way that actually gets your buyer's attention and moves them through a process. And so whether you're communicating in person, in writing, in some kind of advertisement, what have you, you need to think about these 5 things. And this simple illustration is what we'll use to talk about these key points. The first element to think about is intrigue. So intrigue. You have to get their attention first. So usually, in all instances, buyers are so busy and they're so used to seeing so many messages from this company and that company that they don't even listen. They don't even take note. And so the first thing you need to do is create some type of intrigue. You got to get their attention and draw them in a little bit. The next step is to inform them. And so when you think about when you're delivering, communicating with somebody, especially in a presentation, is you get their attention first through some level of intrigue, and then you inform them. Here's some facts, here's some information that you need to know. And then the next thing that you do is information in and of itself doesn't really help you that much in that if you stop there, you leave them in the left part of their brain. The left part of your brain is logical and linear. Usually people that are in the left part of their brain don't make buying decisions. So we need to move them from there. After we build some confidence and credibility through the information, then we need to tell them how they should interpret that information. And so here are some facts, here are some key pieces of information. It's probably resonating with you, but let me tell you what you should think about it. And so after you interpret, then you want to inspire them. So the fourth thing is to inspire. So now we're starting to try to move that buyer. Let's get them in the heart. We've got their attention, we've informed them of something and told them what they need to think about it, or help them shape what they need to think about it. And now we're going to inspire them, try to touch them in some way. And then the last thing that we're going to do is basically, invite them to take the action that we want them to take. It may be to the next step in our sales cycle, or it may be to make a purchase. And so I'm going to use intrigue to get their attention. I'm going to inform them of some things. I'm going to help them interpret it, and then I'm going to inspire them. And last thing I'm going to do within any kind of communication is invite them or ask them to take a step. And so if you think back to our example earlier, or in the marketing session, we were talking about, instead of having single mothers in the village have to go to a market and buy their eggs and make breakfast, that we've come up with this great business where we're actually going to deliver this unique solution, an egg and tortilla breakfast that's already made. So you don't even have to buy the eggs, you don't have to make the breakfast. We're going to deliver it all for you. And so how are we going to get their attention? Well, there could be a lot of ways. Maybe there's some kind of visual. Maybe it's like a big balloon, and it's like the breakfast balloon, and breakfast is just going to balloon in and drop in on your house or whatever. Or it may be eggs to you, and it's like, what's that? Eggs to you? That's kind of interesting or intriguing. Or rolling roll eggs, because we were talking about the idea that sometimes people call it roll eggs or Rolex. And so maybe it's something like that. Or what if you said something like, never cook breakfast again? And that was the top of your message. Never cook breakfast again. Do you think some single moms would pay attention to that? Probably. That would have some intrigue. And then maybe you inform them. And so under inform, you might talk about the markup and the cost of eggs and the time that's spent by the typical mother to go to the market, and the time that's taken by the typical mother to make breakfast every morning. And so you're providing some facts, some bullet points. Here's some information, and then here we interpret it for them. And so what it means is that you're paying more and you're spending more time taking care of breakfast and that type of thing. But now we want to move over to inspire them. And one thing that we know is that every mom wants to be a great mom. And maybe over here in our facts section it says that, you know, single moms spend less than 15 minutes a day with each one of their kids. And so what if I take that little fact over there and bring it over here to my Inspire and say, don't you want to be a great mom? And if you weren't spending so much time going to the market, preparing breakfast in the morning all that time, what it would do is it would allow you to have more time, one-on-one time with your kids before they go off to school, because breakfast is going to be right there. You didn't have to get up early and scramble around to make breakfast, and you're able to wake your kids up, spend a little time with them before they go to school, and that makes you a better mother. And then let's invite them in, because now we've touched them in their heart, hopefully, and let's invite them to purchase from us. And maybe we'll make it easy the first time. Maybe we'll say, hey, try it first. Try it 2 days for free. We'll deliver 2 days of breakfast to your house for free. Give it a try. If you like it, we'll keep the service going. And so we make an invitation that's easy for them to accept. So these are the things that you think about when communicating. Again, this can be in a piece of marketing material. It can be in a sales call. It could be as you go to, you know, somebody's house and to their door and you're presenting, you know, your egg delivery business. Or it could be in a presentation. Maybe you go to the church in your area and they give you an opportunity to make a presentation, and so you take this model and use it to develop your presentation, where you get some intrigue, you capture their attention at the beginning of the presentation, you inform them of some of these important facts and tell them what they should think about it, and then inspire them on wanting to be a better mother and that type of thing, and then inviting them to try your service out. So whatever the mode of communication is, the medium, the vehicle that you use, you can use this model to make sure that you're communicating well and that your message resonates with your target buyers. Thank you.